This has been Cams Don't Lie.
Why's your zipper, your buttons down on your crotch?
Well, I probably just forgot.
We bring the truth up close and personal through police body cam footage, exciting car chases, road rage outbursts, and disturbing and chilling discoveries. Nothing gets you closer to the scene than the camera placed right on the officer's uniform. This is Cams Don't Lie. On July 5, 2022 in Albuquerque, New Mexico, a police officer pulled over a vehicle for erratic driving. The driver was then found out to have 6 minors inside his vehicle, who he claimed were just friends. He was promptly arrested. Here's what happened before the arrest. Police dashcam footage shows us the suspect speeding across lanes on the highway, leading the police to suspect that he is driving under the influence. He was then pulled over by the authorities for his reckless behavior. The police officer approaches the suspect. From the police body cam footage, we can see somebody seated in the passenger seat of the vehicle. We will later find out that the individual, along with 5 other people in the car, are minors. The officer inspects the rear seats of the vehicle with his flashlight. The driver expresses his behavior to the police officer, saying he is nervous. The police officer agrees with this, saying his speeding and driving across the highway made him nervous too.
Huh?
I said, you mentioned that you were nervous? Right. I was nervous while I was behind you driving down I-40. You were in lane number 1. At times, you went all the way from lane number 1.
The police officer continued to tell the driver about his behavior. He was found to be driving over the speed limit and across the lanes. This behavior led the officer to believe that he may have been driving under the influence. He then asks the driver about the kids in his vehicle. Reports later confirmed that the children were between 13 and 14 years old.
18.
That girl's not 18?
Huh?
That girl's not 18?
Yeah.
The suspect tells the officer that the kids are just his friends and that the passenger in the front seat is over 18. This response, along with his slurred speech, raised some suspicion from the police.
In the car up and come back here and talk to me.
The officer disputes the suspect's remarks, saying that she doesn't look like she is over 18. Still tripping over his words, the suspect insists that she is not a minor. The girl refused to answer the officer's question. This made the officer ask the driver to exit his vehicle. The driver cooperates with the officer and opens his door. He exits the vehicle and the officer then notices that his zipper is open. Quite literally, he was caught with his pants down. The suspect explains that he urinated earlier and forgot to pull his zippers back up. However, considering he was driving erratically in the car and speeding with minors aged 13 to 14 years old in his vehicle, things may not be what they seem. He initially claimed that he wasn't drinking. However, as the police question him further, he admits to drinking a few hours ago. The officer calls him out on his changing stories. The suspect says he had a drink approximately 2 hours ago. However, from what the police are seeing and smelling, his slurred speech and the stench of alcohol from his mouth tell the police that he isn't exactly being honest with them.
And then I kind of played you, said, was it an hour ago? Like, no, longer. 2 hours? Yeah.
It's been a few hours.
Okay.
I mean,
Gotcha. Well,
The suspect played himself, saying he wouldn't lie to the officer right after being blatantly caught for doing so. He's standing there stunned as the officers are looking for the truth.
you do?
absolutely.
Once again, you and I will disagree on that, too. I don't think you're safe to drive. Just based.
The police officer asks the driver who are the people inside his vehicle, to which he repeats are just his friends. The officer then asks if he regularly hangs out with people who are much younger than him, who is 41 years old. Not getting a response, he tells the suspect to stand where he is as he goes back to the driver's vehicle.
How old are you?
I'm 41.
41. Okay. Hang tight right there. Okay. This is Sergeant LaFay with State Police, and your son, along with I'm guessing five of the other buddies, they were in a vehicle with somebody some man. It's a grown adult who has no business driving, and so He's out now doing field sobriety tests, and
The police officer says he may have saved the lives of those 6 minors by pulling the suspect off the highway.
So, just to make sure that you're okay to drive.
Then makes multiple phone calls with the parents of the children. He's telling them that they found their kids and that they should pick them up immediately.
Want to do them?
What's it?
Do you mind, or would you want to do them? Do you want to do them? Yes or no?
I don't really want to.
You don't want to do them?
No, I don't want to.
Okay, I'm just gonna let you know, if you don't do the test, I'm gonna have to place you under arrest. You want to do the test?
All right.
The suspect was then put through a series of field sobriety tests to determine whether he had been driving under the influence. We cut to the body cam footage of the officer who is conducting these tests.
You don't know what's after H?
I don't like that one.
Suspect expresses his reluctance to perform the tests to the officer, saying he doesn't really want to. However, if he doesn't agree to performing these tests, the police have no choice but to arrest the suspect.
You're going backwards, you're going 8. Are you going backwards? I just don't understand.
Police have him recite the alphabet, at which he stumbles, forgetting what is after H. The officer, obviously disappointed in his performance, is starting to question his ability to drive. The suspect tells the officers about his confusion regarding the instructions of the test. To a sober individual, the questions the officers are asking are rather simple. But for this drunken individual, things are not looking good. The suspect does as the police ask on his second try. Not satisfied with his performance, the police tell the suspect to stand up so they can place him in handcuffs.
don't forget his phone. I'll put it in the front seat.
Go over here to the...
It'll be easier.
As the concerned parents are arriving to the scene to pick up their children, the authorities place the suspect in the back seat of the police vehicle. Suspect, a 41-year-old Jeremy Guthrie, was detained and placed under arrest for multiple charges, including driving under the influence, reckless driving, and received rape allegations for having 6 minors inside his vehicle. This has been Cams Don't Lie, bringing you the truth up close and personal. To keep yourself updated on the scene, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and ring the notification bell. Cams Don't Lie, reporting out.
Okay.